All right, everybody, Big Daddy Biggs here, productreviewdude.com, and I wanted to share with you, I think this is the end of close to the end of my first week of having, I don't know, I'd have to go back and look at the dates. I've had a lot going on, but I think this is the end of the first week of my Kratky hydroponic system. I want you to take note. It is nothing more. I'm going to show you what all you're going to need to make this work. Most all of this you can get at your local. I got a lot of this stuff at Lowe's. I got a lot of it, or some of it, at Walmart. Whatever you have locally, you'll be able to use that just fine. And I promised you that I would show you how I put all this together, and it's so incredibly simple. I think. I'm sorry, excuse me. I think anybody can do this. But all those are 10-gallon kind of shallow totes. You can see they're not real deep. They're 10-gallon totes that I picked up at Lowe's. And I can't remember how much I spent to get this going, but it was, I would say, less than $100 completely, totally, with everything that I bought. And I bought everything I needed to do this. The lights, they are grow lights. These are 48-inch fluorescent daylight grow lights. And I've got them probably 18 inches off the top of the totes. I bought those at Lowe's. And then I bought the string, the little cords that I've got hanging them from the roof. I go real cheap with stuff. And that's just some little sash cord, I think is what it is, that I bought at Lowe's as well. The chains actually came with the lights. And the bulbs I had to buy separately. I bought those at Lowe's. But let me get down into the nitty-gritty of these are my plants. Down there, the very end, you'll see that is early cabbage. And then I have some curly kale. I have a couple of casualties here. That one in the back, and I'm not sure what happened. I don't know what caused this. That one in the back, I think, is celery, and this one right here is bok choy. And actually, it was just kind of an experiment what I was doing with those. And the celery. The celery is grocery store bought celery stalks left over that we started in a dish. And I decided to go ahead and put them out here and see if I could grow some celery from that rather than using seed. And then in the next tote, I have Swiss chard. And it looks like I have one back there that might be having a little trouble. I'm going to check on it in just a minute. Now, the Swiss chard, the curly kale, and the early cabbage, I bought as seedlings. They were already sprouted. I think if you saw the last video I did on this, you'll see that they haven't grown a whole lot, but in a week's time, they've done pretty good. Now, how does this work? This is called the Kratky method. There are other videos online that give a really good description. I'm mostly doing an experiment with mine. You mix a solution of different chemical type fertilizers. They say they're chemical, but honestly, it's the same molecular structure as anything else, whether it be found in the ground or if man makes it. And you put that nutrient solution in the tubs. A lot of people buy net cups. I chose not to buy net cups. Here's what I decided to do. I went to Walmart and I bought these great value. Let's see, what size are they? Can you see that? They're the 9 fluid ounce, 40 cups, 9 fluid ounces, $3 or $4 at the very most. And I made my own net cups. And I'm going to try to show you how I made them. I'm gonna post this video on my blog post at productreviewdude.com, and you'll see a few pictures that I'm going to put with it. I'm going to do that Sunday, but I'm going to go ahead and release the video now. But I basically, down the side, trying to do this one-handed. If you can see that, I made 4 to 6 slots down the sides of these cups all the way around, just like that. Okay, I went from the top line here all the way down to the very bottom. And then on the bottom, look at that, I'm making a mess. I would put just, okay, I'm not going to do it, but I would cut a cross or an X in the bottom of each cup. The reason I did this was so that the nutrient solution could flow through. I'll go ahead and take this one out and show you. Okay, there's my nutrient solution down there. You can see the slots that I cut in it. And let's see if I can get on the bottom here without spilling it all out. You can see my little cross or X down there on the bottom. And that, again, that's just so that the nutrient solution can flow through and get to the plants. The size hole that I cut for these cups is, there's Craftsman's commercial. They're not a paid sponsor. They got a freebie. 2.5 inch hole saw. And I suggest that you run the blades backwards rather than forward, so that you don't, you want to burn through here and not mess it up too bad. Okay, let's pull this one out and take a look. Let's see if we have any roots coming through yet. No roots yet, but it's only been a week. Okay, so we got our nutrient solution. The nutrient solution is the only thing that I feel like you're going to have to buy on the internet, because it's very specific for hydroponics. Kratky hydroponics are different than your traditional hydroponics in that the water does not circulate and it is not aerated. Okay. How do the plants get oxygen? As the roots hit the water, the space that the roots have to grow to stay with the nutrient solution, those are oxygen roots, and they just absorb oxygen from the air. So that's in a nutshell how it works. Okay, now let's talk about the other things that you are going to need, and then we'll get into the nutrient solution. The other things you're going to need, I like cheap. And I'm experimenting with the cheaper the better. And when I learned about hydroponics, I found out that in the beginning, people were using lava rocks and perlite. Okay? You can get this at Lowe's. Both of these you can get at Lowe's or whatever kind of gardening store you have in your area. It seems to be working. Every one of these cups. Roll down here and show you something. They all have at least either lava rocks, perlite, or some of them, I even did potting soil, the potting soil that they came in, that the plants came in. And I'm just trying some things out. I want this to be as easy. I am into easy. Let me tell you, I like easy. I got a little bit of a problem going here, looks like, with some of my leaves. I don't know if that was, I have to look on the other video and see if that was already going on with those plants. You can see, I may not be getting, Anyway, some of them have lava rock, some of them have perlite, some of them have 2, some of them even have 3. Some of these that have the dirt in them, I've actually got lava rock and perlite underneath. Just like I said, I'm trying different things to see what doesn't work, and then I'm going to eliminate that. Okay, so far we've got the cups. You can get those at Walmart. They're a couple of bucks. The totes, I think, with the lid and everything, I want to say they were $7 or $8. They may have been as high as 10. I really don't remember. The light fixtures, these things right here, they were, I think, $20 each. So we got 40 bucks in the lights. The bulbs, I don't really remember. They might have been $10. I just honestly, I couldn't tell you. And I even have a extra set over there, as you can see. Of course, the cord, I don't know. It was $3 or $4. So we don't have a whole lot invested in all this stuff. The perlite was $5 or $6. The lava rock was, I think, about $4. And I went ahead and I bought an extra bucket so that I could mix up some nutrient solution so that I could have it on hand when these start getting a little bit lower. It's already ready. Now, let's talk about the nutrient solution. It is called Master Blend. I'm trying to pick it up here. It is called Master Blend 41838. Okay, and it comes with this little bag, which you only use like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons full. They actually give you the measurements in grams and in spoonfuls. I just used the spoonful method of doing it, and so far it seems to have worked out. I don't really want to buy a gram measuring tray or anything like that because I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on this. The key to Kratky is you set it and forget it. I haven't been out here the entire week to look at what's going on, and everything's going fine. I don't have to water, weed, or any of that stuff. I just plant and harvest, plant and harvest, plant and harvest. Okay, this is the second pack that you get with the Master Blend kit. And you can see by my hand, you know, the comparison of what size it is. It's not real big, but it'll last you a long time. So this is about to run out of it. Okay, I had to fix my camera real quick. Anyway, where was I? And then the third one is, I don't know if I covered the second one, calcium nitrate. And then the third one, these all come in the package. It's Epsom salt. Yeah, I know you can buy Epsom salt at the grocery store, but it comes in this pack, so it's a one package deal. I don't remember how much it was, but I think it was probably the most expensive thing out of everything I had to buy. I think it was like $30. It lasts you and lasts you and lasts you. Okay. Of course, that depends on how big of a system you've got. And I believe that you can buy bigger quantities of the Master Blend. That's just the one that I wanted to get to try and see if this thing would work for me. But look, there you go. That's the Kratky Hydroponics. No pumps, no filters, no fish. You set it and forget it. Yeah, if you do it inside, you have to have grow lights, okay? I think that's the only real drawback. You can do this outside. In the right temperature. I mean, it still has to be the right temperature, or you have to have heating mats and all that kind of stuff. You can do this outside. I'm choosing to do it inside. It's February here. We just had 29-degree temperatures this week, so I don't want to be really growing anything outside just yet. And I like this. I mean, it's easy, it's fun, it's not expensive when you consider the time you'll save tilling, plowing a field. If you're growing a whole lot of grocery or a whole lot of produce, then yeah, you need a bigger field. But just for me and my family, this is a start. This is just a start. This will help with meals. This will help with making smoothies. Well, I love celery. I love kale. I'm not wild about cabbage, but my wife is. So that's what we got. And anyway, you guys have a great weekend. It's Friday here. Shabbat Shalom. Love you. God loves you. And see you real soon. Bye-bye.